Are you looking for the best RV water filter? If you are, watch this. The one I use is as good as it gets. I bought ours about 7 years ago, and I've been filling the water tanks on our camper trailer and now in our caravan, and in that time I've not had one water problem. Why do I think it's so good? A, it's very easy to use. Very easy to use. B, it's very inexpensive both initially and in the long term. C, it's very effective. And D, it's made in Australia and the head office for the company that makes it is in Australia. So, what filter is it? It's the B.E.S.T. filter. The B.E.S.T. filter. Yes, that's right. The B.E.S.T. filter is the B.E.S.T. filter. If you think there's a better filter, considering the ease of use, the effectiveness, and the initial and long-term costs, let me know in the comments below. Be pleased to hear from you. By the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a tip on helping you get the best quality water possible using this filter. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. Easy to use. This filter is so easy to use. To use it, you just connect your incoming hose to that end of the filter, and you connect your RV filler hose connection to that end of the filter. It's connected. All you do then is put this onto your filler point in your van or camper or whatever you've got, turn the tap on, and away you go. Watch this. So our van fills through this filler point here, so all I have to do is take this connection, put it on there, turn the valve on, which is back here in my filler hose, and water is now flowing through the filter. Now, to clean the B.E.S.T. filter is a very simple process. First of all, there's no cartridge. Now that has a number of advantages. First of all, you don't have to carry spare cartridges. Secondly, you don't have to pay for cartridges. So there are no cartridges. To clean it, all you do is this. Turn it around the other way so you're changing the direction of flow of the water. Connect it and run it out. Do that for a few minutes and that will take out any sediment that you have caught in there over the times you've filled your RV water tanks. Now you'll notice I've got this little bit of duct tape with the arrows on it. That's to tell me which way the flow is. So now I'll be filling my tanks with the flow this way once this is cleansed, and I'll have to reverse the bit of tape to make sure I flow the right direction. But that's all there is to cleaning the filter. And I suspect over the years I've had this, I've probably reversed the flow maybe 4 times in 7 years, not often, and that looks pretty clean water. But anyway, I'll run that for a few minutes. One more thing on how easy it is to use is the fact that you don't have to install this. You don't have to attach it to your recreational vehicle. It's portable. It just goes in a box in one of the places you store your gear until you need it. Very simple, very easy. If you're a person who uses a B.E.S.T. filter, I'd love to hear what you think of it. So why don't you let us know your experiences with it in the comments below. Would really look forward to reading them. This filter costs about $150. You can attach your own fittings to connect it to your watering hose and to your RV water inlet hose, or you can buy fittings with it. Mine has the hose link fittings, but that's because our van and our home is set up with the hose link system. You can do it with just normal snap-on tap fittings. You can buy it from the B.E.S.T. company, and I'll put a link in the description below, but you can also buy it from many of the outdoor stores around the place. Last thing about the expense is, remember, there are no replacement cartridges. So that means there's no expense in purchasing cartridges for the life of your filter. A great advantage. By the way, if you want to see soon to be released videos on other gear we use, both in our vehicle and in our van, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. That's the way to give you the best chance of seeing those videos. Or additionally, at the end, you can click the link, which will take you to all the videos we've made so far about the gear that we use. So, what makes this filter so efficient? Well, I'm no science, but if you want a detailed professional description of what makes this filter so efficient, just click the link below and it will take you to an article which describes scientifically why it's so efficient. But my description is this. There are three components that allow a water filter to remove sediment and contaminants. A, carbon, B, silver, and C, micron filters. The B.E.S.T. filter uses what's called silver impregnated carbon. Apparently some filters use loose silver, which is not as effective as silver impregnated carbon. Apparently the high-end filters have the silver impregnated carbon at both ends of the filter. This means that the water is cleansed once going into the filter and then again coming out of the filter and into your van. This B.E.S.T. filter uses both a 5 micron filter and a 1 micron filter at, again, both ends of the filter to remove any contaminants. So you get the water going in, being hit by the filters, 5 and 1, and at the out, 5 and 1. Remember, if you want a detailed, more scientific description of how it works, click on the link in the description below. This filter was made in Australia for Australian conditions by a company owned and operated in Australia. A personal story about that company. About 2 years ago, we were camped at Farm Beach on Eyre Peninsula, and the water tank in our camper trailer was getting empty. I went into Coffin Bay, a nearby town, but the only taps I could find to fill the water bladder that I carry were taps that said not suitable for drinking. I even rang the local council and they reinforced the message that the water was not suitable for drinking. So we made do with a little bit of water we had left. But when I got home, I rang the B.E.S.T. company and spoke to a person from the company. Two things are noteworthy about the phone call with the B.E.S.T. company. First of all, the person who answered the phone assured me that the water would have been suitable for drinking provided I had put it through the filter. Secondly, a person answered the phone and was able to give me a very direct answer, something that doesn't happen in Australia very often these days. And now a tip for maximising your chance of getting absolutely pure water into your RV through the filter. The tip is, don't turn the hose on flat out. You'll notice that I'm only opening the valve about halfway. The theory is that the more slowly the water passes over the silver impregnated carbon, the more contact it comes into with the carbon, hence the ability of the impregnated carbon, the silver impregnated carbon, to clean your water. So don't fill the tank with the hose flat out, open flat out, just take it slow. It's the old story, slow and steady wins the race.